Hey guys, I'm Douglas Tepper, and I got ninth place at the Philly Regional with 507 people with Paleo. I'm the only Paleo that got the record 8-1 after Swiss. My only loss was to the mirror match, round 3. Sorry, game 3. And here's my list. I played, hope you can see that, 3 Soft Frog, best card in the deck, 3 Dupe Frog, all the best cards in the deck, and Tepper-9th, which you do not want to draw, ever. Game Seal, 1 copy, 2 Ash Blossoms, and 1 Maxi. Those are all the monsters. I played 3 Desires and 1 Radeki for the small lineup only. I wanted to focus on traps the most. I played 3 Paleozoic Dynamiscus. I played 3 Paleozoic Canadia, 3 Olenoides, and 3 Morella. I played this deck for around a year, and I realized that you have to max out on all Paleos, except Leachiola and the ones that no one uses. Leachiola was not played because I realized that if you open it, it's a brick. And yes, it's good with Desires, and from time to time you banish double Ronin Totem, but there's ways to alleviate that and to avoid that from happening as well. I'll explain that later. I played 3 Floodgate Trap Holes, which is amazing. This format, it's good against Pendulum, it's good against Spiral, it's good against everything except Draco. Well, they're really not a deck anymore because no one's playing them. It's like what, like 10% of the field. You play it like once in 10 every 10 matches. I played 3 Evenly Match, which is MVP going second. Shitty card going first though. 3 Unending Nightmare, MVP of the whole day. I single-handedly top decked this card to win an entire Spiral game. I was down on cards and he was about to win the following turn, and I drew this for a turn, and I said it, and I passed. And he told me that if I didn't have this card, he'd just outright win. And this card outright won me games against my double dinosaur match. The guy had double diagram and he couldn't play the game. And against my other Spiral players, they couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I had this card. I was hoping I played Pendulums because they can't play either if I have this card. Unless they main Cosmic Cyclone, which is pretty cool. I played Order, which I never drew. I played 1 Strike, 1 Chaos, and 1 Warning. The reasoning behind this is I used to have 2 strikes in, but the problem with 2 strike is that you're paying too much life points in between you taking damage from crashing into your Dupe Frog and to search a Swap Frog to make a Toad play turn 2. From you paying for Order, for you paying for Chaos Trap Hole, your Warning, and your other strike, as well as your Unending Nightmares. It's too much life points. So I decided to main 3 Floodgate instead. I was playing 2 Floodgate and 2 strikes, and I just made it 3 Floodgate because it works more well with Morella. And one thing about Morella is that it's really good if you open Morella, Floodgate, or Morella and a couple Paleos, or a couple Floodgates as well, like Unending Nightmare or Floodgate Trap Hole. But because if you don't draw any frogs, or if you brick, it turns your hand into a playable hand because you could turn that into a Toad the following turn, which is quite nice if you ask me, because I bricked a couple times, quite often, by not having any Paleos to summon with no frogs. I just had a bunch of disruptions like Strike, Warning, Imperial Order, and any Nightmare, and I'd have like these 4 cards, and like, for example, 1 Dynamiscus, and I'd be like, I can't even make a play. I can negate their shit, but I can't do anything after that. Like, I can't establish a monster which can deal damage or apply pressure. So Morella allows me to apply pressure by creating a Toad, as well as having 1,200 bodies that are unaffected by monster effects. Then the reasoning behind Chaos Trap Hole is that it stops almost every deck in the meta if I'm going first. It means that I have a double main deck out going first to Masterpiece, Chaos, and Warning, and I have a main deck out in trap form. That's a counter trap that auto wins the matchup, the Pendulum Magician matchup. It just auto wins the matchup. If they pen summon like 4 or 5, they just auto lose, and it stops Denko. But that's besides the fact. I side 2 extra cash apples for that, and the Pen Magician matchup as well. And back to topic with about the reasoning why I'm not playing Leechiola with my desires is because of the fact that Leechiola is a brick, and yes, it's good if you draw it with desires, but it's basically a Morella. It's basically a better Morella. Actually, no, it's a worse Morella. Morella gives you 2. Leechiola gives you 1. And the fact of the matter is that Morella thins your deck, and Leechiola depends on you drawing at desires, or if you draw it mid game. But you don't want to have a card that's meant for mid game in your first hand, or going second. Oh, that's trash. Yes, you can have a chance to banish your Ronin Totems, but you play 3 Sop Frog and you play 2 Ronin, which means you have a chance of, it's a 5 to 3 ratio of drawing 3 Ronin. Sorry, no, 5 Ronin to 3 desires. So you're more likely to draw the Ronin than have the desires in the first place. So when you activate this, majority of the time you'll have access to Ronin Totems. That was my theory, and it worked fine. I'm never playing that card ever again. Leechiola, because I had a really bad experience last regional. I picked that card real hard, and I lost the game because of it. Never doing that again, ever. And you can play the game without dupe. Yes, it's annoying to not have dupe, but you can still make Toad and summon dupe from deck and still play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not like the end of the world. And going on to side deck and extra deck, Merrick token. Ooh. Triple Mistar Boy, 1 Deco Talker. People were telling me not to play 3, but I just like 3. So it's just personal preference. Yes, you could switch out the 3rd Star Boy for something else, but that's just my preference. 3 Toad, best card. 2 Olanoides and 1 Anomalocaris. I never made an Anomalocaris the whole day, but in the past regional, when I got 3rd, was really clutch. 2 Sky Cavalry. This is a change from my 3rd place list at Catskill, because I ran into BA and all my resources were gone, and I needed a second one, and I couldn't clear his Dante. I didn't draw a Dynamis the whole game, so I guess that's another reason why. Phoenix and Cat Shark, and last but not least, the Phantom-Knight of Javelin. That's 15 card side deck. The extra deck, the 15 card Spice side deck. Oh god. 3 Spirit Mode. Best card against Spirals going second. Oh god, it's like an auto win. If they establish a board and commit with like Trigate, Sleeper, and like Firewall, just go like freaking give them big chicken and they freaking lose because they have no more resources in their deck. They used everything. They used all the traps, all the spells, everything's gone. The big red's gone, everything. 2 Scythe and 2 Lancia for going first against evenly matched and up against most decks actually. Gamazeel, the second one against Draco, and against Spiral going second. 2 Cyclone against people putting in Call Again. Actually against every deck going second because they're scared of evenly matched, so they put in Scolding. So this is against Scolding and against Pen Magician's their stupid trap card. 3 Sanctum, which is pretty clutch. Gets out Lancia, don't lose the evenly matched, and it gets outside, so the opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh either. And last but not least, double Chaos Trap Hole. I find this to be really clutch as well. Luckily, I didn't play any. No, not luckily. Luckily for them, I didn't play any Pen Magician because I have an amazing matchup against them, going first or second. Because evenly match is a blowout. It's like an auto win. They have no out main deck to it unless they main deck Solemn Scolding, which leads them to bricking even heavier because they're a combo deck, and if they open like their trap, Scolding and like Black Fang and some like crap, they're not going to be able to make a board anyway. So most builds don't play it in the first place, so I'm not afraid of that. So they just auto lose to that card. And going first, I play Triple Chaos. You know, I have 1 in the main deck, so this is it's an auto win card. And I made like Triple Floodgate. Triple Floodgate, Triple Unending, Strike Warning, Dynamiscus for the skills, All Notice for the skills, I also put in Cosmics too against them, so they really can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. And that's the deck profile, guys. I hope you like it, and give me some tips if you think I should change anything. See you guys later.